Thank you for staying with us this beautiful Saturday morning. Yeah, you just saw that video, and that is our guest of the artist of the week today. She's Gloria. Well, I like to call her with my whole mouth because that's the way she spells her name. Not Gloria, Gloria. Gloria Braimah.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. We haven't seen you in a long time.
Well, here I am.
That means you've been busy.
Yes, I have been busy.
Great. That's what we want to hear. Gloria is a gospel singer, lawyer, and social responsibility advocate. Well, she'll tell us what that means in a minute. She came into limelight in 2014 after she released her debut album, The Expression. She has several songs to her credit, which include Miracle Worker, Turn Around, God Alone, amongst others. She's performed on various notable platforms, including The Experience. Did you perform this year?
Yes, I did the national anthem.
And there were about, how many people there this year? 200,000?
No, a lot more. About 800,000.
Whoa.
We reckon, yes. And millions viewing online. Yeah. Quite a feat.
It is, from humble beginnings. I remember Pastor Paul coming on this program to talk about the very first experience. We were still in Maryland at the time.
Wonderful, yeah.
And I think they had about 10,000 people that year.
Wonderful.
And look how it has just grown with every year.
That's right.
That was experience 14, and you were standing in front of about 800,000 people.
Yes. Staggering
Physical.
number. Physically, yes.
And millions more watching.
Watching
Were you
online.
nervous?
I think I would say yes. Because the truth is, for every time you have to do what you have to do, you are evolving. Every circumstance is different. You're a different person. So you can only do your best and leave the rest.
And leave the rest.
Yeah.
You recently released a new album, The Core.
Core, yes. That's my new baby, my new project. Released
Okay.
this November.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this new piece of work.
Okay.
Why did you call it The Core?
I found out, the older I get, the more experience I have, the more I'm delving into the knowledge of who I am, that some things really should be considered vital and important beyond just, doing my craft or using my gifts, my talents. Certain things count. First of all, a very great relationship with God and understanding that there is value in you, in me, in the person next to you. The core really settles it all for me because it really speaks on what is vital, what's important at the end of it all. Not fame, not possessions, nothing else, just what is really important. The most important thing is having a relationship with God and understanding also that your brother, your sister next to you is as vital.
That
as
God
well.
part. So I want to ask this next question
Yeah.
this way.
Okay.
How much of the core is you? How much of it is God?
It's everything, it's all. Because the truth is, we wouldn't have any existence without him. We wouldn't be.
I say that because of what you said about the experiences that you have had, over time. So, how much of that influenced what you walk us through the process?
Okay, let me give an example. This just came to me. If there's an elephant in this room right now, and it's right here in the middle. I'm sitting here, I can only see from my perspective. Possibly I'm just seeing the side, and you are just seeing possibly the trunk, and she's seeing another part. So there are different perspectives based on where you are. And what has happened to me, like I said, is evolving through a process, growing every day and discovering, oh my goodness, this is a side, and this is another side, and this is another side. So it's a growth in the journey of a relationship, of understanding that the most important thing is that what you see, what I see, doesn't make a difference. This is just the elephant. So I don't know if that has summarized what I'm trying to say.
In other words, the core
Yes.
is a story.
Yes, it is a story that leads to the depth of what really, really matters. If we were to borrow another analogy from the Earth's core, if you drill it down and go back to what it really is, in the sense of speaking, geologically speaking, you will see that the Earth's finest minerals, the greatest resources, are in the Earth's core. You know, you could find it, maybe some other things on the crust everywhere else, but the core has, what I say in Nigerian parlance, the cocoa of everything, the depths of the earth's best and all. Yeah.
Now, you're also a lawyer.
Yes.
Are you practicing law at home?
No, not right now. But the truth is, being a lawyer and studying law gave me the great ambit, everything else to see the best of what I do now and the best of all that I'm still doing. It's so exhilarating to you look at a circumstance or to advise someone or to mentor a young girl or a woman, anybody that I meet along the journey of my creative journey. And she says, Gloria, what do I do about this situation? And I say, no, don't do this, try this. This is not accepted legally, this is accepted. So it gives you an all-encompassing view of life, of humanity, and everything. That's what law has done for me.
Why did you leave law to sing? Why didn't you just go ahead and study music?
Well, this question comes to me all the time.
Yes.
It has to.
I was working in the corporate sector for many years. I worked in several organizations for many years, and somehow this just gripped me. I was always recording on the side. Yes, I was recording on the side. Weekends, I'll go to the studio, record a single. When I'm on leave, I go shoot a video. So music was always around me. I grew up in a house where my father played the keyboard and the organ in church. He's 81 years old and he still does that today. So music was always around me. I couldn't run away from it. Somehow a miracle worker came on the scene. I was inspired by that song based on personal experience in my family. And I couldn't hold it back. It just plummeted me into a place. I had to travel, I had to do a bit more touring, I had to do a lot more appearances. And so it took a hold of me. It wasn't in the plan.
So there was no room for anything else?
There was no room for anything else. It was so obvious. It was pretty clear that I had to take that plunge. Yeah.
Well, you operate in the gospel music space.
Yes.
What's your experience? I happen to have tiny little bit of experience working with you guys in the industry.
Really?
And oh yes.
Okay.
That's a matter for another day. But so take us through it. There's even just as in the global music space, there are sections, segments, language and English and all of that. So take us through what you think of the gospel music space in Nigeria and its influence on the people that are in the music scene as well as the people that they're supposed to be influencing.
It's amazing that you asked this question because just before I walked in, I received an email. You know how you get these targeted emails, and they were speaking about the evolution of music in Africa and in Nigeria as a case study. I will go back after this and still read it up. But this excerpt I saw was actually speaking about how we've evolved as a nation from just doing hymns, to actually a sphere of even more danceable music in the Christian scene. So I think the music has evolved through the years from what we considered as gospel to affecting culture, to affecting mainstream, to us speaking directly to issues. I understand also that we've had a lot of influence from the West, and we used to look to the West at some point in time thinking this is how gospel should be. But the truth is, gospel music doesn't come from the West or the North or anywhere at all. It comes from God. It's not an American thing. I know there's a bit more structure in other environments, in other places, because they need to sit down and decide this is how things should be, this is how things should accrue, this is how sustainable it should be. But just because some people have got a little bit more synchronized doesn't mean that we don't have it. So gospel music is essentially from God. I'm so proud of how myself and my other colleagues have, evolved through the years. Our music is affecting people. You'll have people who would say, thank you for singing that song. This encouraged me. People from all faiths, regardless of even being Christian as such, who say, your music helps me pray. I want my children to be like you. I'm proud of the fact that we can safely say that we are contributing to Nigeria's GDP, if you want to put it like that, in our own way, creative wise. We are definitely ambassadors of our societies and our homes and our communities. So,
interesting.
Now, this is Christmas season.
yes.
What have you got planned for this period? Lots of people are having shows,
Yes.
plenty of shows this weekend, next weekend,
That's right.
and the weekend out till the beginning of next year. What are your plans?
Okay, I actually have a little impact hub. I call it little because it's my baby. It's an impact hub I have for children and creative people. I mentor them in music, creativity, and leadership development. So with my little impact hub, every quarter, every now and again, I work with these children, you know, to bring out the best in them. A few of them have released their singles. A few of them have written books. A few of them are working on their albums. 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds. So they're
Releasing albums.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Very
It
passionate.
just
Yeah.
brings Michael Jackson to mind.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And they challenge me, and they challenge not just me, a few of us who are also creative people look at them like, my goodness, these children are so passionate. So with Zidata, what I do with Zidata is basically pouring myself out, you know, to them. And
Zidata.
yes, Zidata. It actually in Igbo means sent from heaven, sent from
Can you
above.
spell that, please?
Zidata.
Oh.
Zidata. But the kids call it Zidata.
Tell me about it.
Zidata. Zidata. Remember Zidata. You know, so it gives me a sense of responsibility to watch these children, to pour into them and to see them just blossom. But apart from that, I've done a bit of speaking and, you know, give back to schools and other organizations, reform homes, remand homes. I go and just lighten them up with my gifts and whatever gifts I have in my possession as well. So that's what I've been doing every Christmas, and this Christmas won't be any less. It'll be the same.
Okay, well,
Plenty of hard work.
yeah, a lot of
Yes.
hard
And
work.
we will come back and continue this conversation. Welcome back. Gloria is still here. Gloria. She was talking to us about her plans for the Christmas period, and it's a very busy period for you.
Yes, it is.
So you're going to make some people happy.
Essentially. That's what it really is about.
And among them are children, of course.
Yes. Yes.
You said they challenge you. In what way do they challenge you?
Whew, deep question. Because the truth is,
Because they are children.
yes, they're children. But you can learn from anybody, even an aunt. You know, their passion that defies the odds, that is pure, unadulterated, that is not thinking, oh my God, I was in traffic and I'm tired. No, for them it's like, I'm in traffic, I can't wait to get there. You know, the perspectives are so different.
So different.
So different. And then the fact that they really, really connect, you know, they're sensitive.
Perhaps because they don't have to buy fuel, they have to
I was
pay.
just about to say that.
I think about school fees.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, you're just thinking, I want to give, I want to pour out. But there's a balance, you know. So we on the other hand, you know, you come around full circle, you have knowledge and all that. So the most important thing is to always look back at them and realize they're also part of our learning process. So the times when you're tired and you want to just throw it all in, just look at the child again and see just how much you can learn from them.
And that
It
energizes you.
Yes, rejuvenates and all that.
Okay,
Just
so
keep pouring out.
the year is ending, and you know, Alera has asked you that question of your own plans, you know, but generally, many people look back in their year and they see all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
They see the good, see the bad,
And
See the
ugly.
ugly.
they see the ugly, and they look forward and they see Genesis chapter 1 verse 2. they see hopelessness. What do you say to them? It's 2020.
Ooh.
It's pretty much
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, actually, come to
Yeah.
think of it, every day is drawing us closer and closer to this year that we've been looking forward to all our lives. I remember back in the day,
2020.
in the year 2020. this
Yes,
happened.
Vision
In the year
2020.
Yeah, Vision 2020, I remember that.
2020 is tomorrow.
Light for all by the year 2020.
It's finally here, and it's almost like in a blink, we're here. Whoa. I always say this, and I will not stop saying this. It's amazing that this is sunrise. As long as you keep waking up every morning, know that God is not done with you yet. As long as you wake up, you see that sun, you feel the breeze, you feel the sand on your feet, and you can get up and keep going, and your heart is still beating, you're not done.
Even in the face of hopelessness.
Even in the face of hopelessness, you've just got to keep on, keep at it. Because the truth is, there's always something. If you take another step, you don't know if that step is leading you closer to what you've always been believing for. You really do not know. Because if you survived a few things yesterday and day before and a few years, who says you can't survive this? Who says you don't have the strength within you to do what you still wanted to do, to accomplish that? Who says you're not going to meet the person tomorrow who's got the key and the answer to something you've been believing and praying for? You never really know. The only thing you can do is encourage yourself and to strengthen what remains. If you still got a song, sing it, no matter how broken it is, to encourage yourself, wake up in the morning. You still got an old friend who believes in you. Look, say, I'm losing my mind. And let that friend speak back to you all that you have, intertwined in your relationship for. You've got to strengthen what remains. Because if you keep looking around at everything else, your faith will fail you. You have to strengthen what remains.
That's a sermon for you, right?
Yeah, food for thought.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gloria. After all, you're a gospel singer. What do we expect? It's amazing how gospel songs and gospel singing has killed hymns. Do they still exist?
I like hymns. I love hymns. I sing them every day. I think they're not going anywhere. They're evergreen. We cannot deny the foundations.
It's one of the main reasons why I go to church.
And please keep at it. Keep
To
singing.
sing hymns.
Keep singing. There are many, many revamps. There are many, many remixes. Few people have tried to tweak a few things, maybe some instrumental pieces, and some other people maybe add a little bit of beat here and there. But they're not going anywhere.
Oh, by the way, do you play any instrument?
If my father is watching, Daddy, sorry. Because my dad applied, he tried to make sure that we all learn to play an instrument. We had instruments at home, a piano, grand piano, all our lives, but we just didn't.
You don't play the piano?
I can, do a little bit of
I
small
play
with
one.
piano tutor,
I
but
play
nothing
one.
major.
Oh, God. He's saying it so proudly.
You
Yes.
do? What do
He
you play?
plays the
I play the
keyboard.
microphone.
Oh, my
Come
silly
on.
one.
I play the microphone.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
Thank you. And on that note, I will say thank you very much to Gloria.
Thank you so much.
Gloria
It's been a
Braimah,
pleasure
by the way.
being here.
And compliments of the season to
Yes,
you.
and I will
we'll
give you
wish
my
you
album. And anybody
Whoa.
else that seeks to download my album, please check it out on www.glowreah.com. Download, and God bless you.
God bless you too, Gloria. Merry Christmas to
Merry
you, and we wish
Christmas.
you all the best
Thank
this
you.
season and through the coming year.
Thank you so much.
And it's a wrap for today. That's Sunrise for this day. We'll bring you another one next weekend. Is it the last weekend for December? No, there's one more.
I think so.
I'm in a hurry. Okay.
You want light before 2020. Well, you want it now so that when you get into 2020, they're waiting for you.
We'll bring you a fresh edition next weekend. I'm Alero Edu saying all the best through the coming week.
And I'm Ayo Makinde. Have a wonderful weekend.